to have some works, and if you ain't got no works and you say you got faith, you're a liar. And you don't know who you are. Preach. Now, I ain't trying to bother nobody, but y'all need to listen because I'm really preaching here today. Amen. It's amazing how God can work. I'm sitting over there in the dark in the what's that building called? The activity, whatever that center was where they had. Fine Arts Center. Looking at some fine arts. And God gave me a message, and I asked my wife, you got a pencil? And I wrote it down in the dark on a piece of paper. Amen. I couldn't even see what I wrote, couldn't even see if the pen was working. But when I got home, God's message was clear. Amen. You say you don't need no whole lot of nothing to get what I'm talking to you. You writing it down so you can remember because your mind is bad. Amen. But I put it out there for you. Now, I'm going to tell you, it was already there because God said, I know who my people are. And I know what they need. Problem is, they don't know who they are. But they're fooling themselves. Coming here playing church every Sunday. Then God said, in the Word of God, and I'm going to have to jump down a little bit because God's solution to us finding out who we are is found in the same chapter, but go down to 18 through 21. And I'm sure y'all got work yesterday because I taught a lesson on these scriptures yesterday in men's meeting. And if I had known that God was going to make that be a part of my message today, I probably wouldn't have taught it. Amen. Because I don't like to do things twice the same way. But God said, this is it. And in teaching it, that I was able to refine it just a little bit. 18 says, let me find that here. He who believes in him is not condemned. But he who does not believe is condemned already. Because he has not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of God. And this is the condemnation, that light came into the world and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. Amen. My first way for you to find out who you are is through trusting and believing.
Say that.
If we have been born again, we have nothing. If we have, let me look at what I wrote. I don't like to write nothing on here. If we have been born again, we have nothing to trust in but God. Y'all hear that? I know I broke it up. If we have been born again, we have nothing to trust in but God himself. Huh?
Yes.
The same God that we must believe that he sent his Son into the world not to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. We got to trust and believe. We got to stop trusting in our instincts.
All right now.
Instincts are born out the flesh.
Yeah.
Ain't that right?
Yeah.
We got to stop trusting in our history. History is come and gone and past and it's over with. Yeah. Amen. What was yesterday wasn't and what it is today.
All right now.
Last year we had Bush as president. Now we got Obama as president. If you still living in yesterday, you might as well gonna move up to Dallas with Bush.
All right now.
Because you're gonna be getting what you always been getting. We don't know what Obama's gonna do, but we're gonna have to clear out that history that is inside of us and make room for something new. We can't keep going on the same thought pattern that we had when we were in the world. We can't keep treating our neighbor the way they treat us. we got to learn that we got to treat them the way we want to be treated. But regardless of how they treat us, we got to trust that God is going to fight our battles for us. So when we're done wrong, we don't have to take up our gun or our knife or our vocabulary to try to get even. Amen. Because the wrath of God comes upon the sons of disobedience. Amen. When we've been born again, we believe that God is going to make a way even when there don't seem to be no way. And we get some patience when we believe that God is loving us, that he cares about us. Then we can sit in the midst of the storm, knowing that God ain't going to never put more on us than what we are able to bear. When we trust and believe, even though our storms of life come, and even though we make bad mistakes on our finances, we don't have to go robbing and taking from somebody else to try to make ends meet. When we trust and believe, we don't take our last $10 and put it in the slot machine, hoping that we're going to get lucky and hit. When we believe and trust in God, we know that we got to be good stewards over whatever God has given us. And if we're a good steward over what we got, then he'll give us more. If we're not good stewards over these unrighteous things, he's not going to trust us with eternal life, with joy and peace and long suffering. He ain't going to help us to love our neighbor as our. The only way you're going to know who you are is that you're going to start trusting and believing that God done made a new creature out of you. I heard Reverend Shankland or somebody say that your yea can be yea and your no can be no. You don't have to forward and say, maybe if the time is right. I'll be at Bible study if I can. I'll be at men's ministry if I can. I'll come to women's ministry if I don't have nothing else to do. I'll be at choir rehearsal even though it's raining on my parade. You got to say, if God has called me to be a singer, I'm going to do everything I can to sing. If God has called me to be a teacher, I'm going to commit myself to being the best teacher I can be. When you trust and believe, you don't let the outside influences, amen, determine what you do. You on God's parade, you in his army, and you are committed to doing what God has told. Y'all don't hear me this morning. Y'all don't hear me this morning. Amen. Just because you had substance abuse running your life, God can get you off substance abuse if you want to get off. Hallelujah. The problem is we like that stuff. That's why we take it. We like that smoking. That's why we smoke that illegal weed. We like that pipe in our mouth. That's why we got them rocks in it. We like getting high so that we can speak our mind. That's why Johnny Walker and Jack Black is our best friends. Amen. We got to trust and believe that everything we are, God can make it better if we put our faith in him. Amen. Thank you, Lord. When you do those other things, that means you don't know who you are. It doesn't matter who you belong to, because God said everything here is mine. I made everything. The problem is you don't know that you belong. You don't know that he's God all by himself. You don't know that he has the power to make your life be as good as you want it to be. You don't know who you are. So the first thing we got to do is trust and believe. And then we go down to, let's read, I think it's 19 through 21. It says, and this is the condemnation, that the light has come into the world, and men love darkness rather than light because their deeds were evil. You see, we don't want the light to shine on our life because we know it's wrong. That's why we come to church and won't say nothing. That's why we in Bible study and Sunday school and they never got nothing to say. Because when we open our mouth, it's going to reveal who we really are. So we don't want the light to shine on us too hard. The light make you do things you don't want to do. Now, I can talk from experience.